So the Cardinals, after going 8-9 last year, now have a chance to avoid getting a second half collapse again. But are the Cardinals playoff contenders?
Let's talk football.
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast. Sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are talking about the Arizona Cardinals. Sorry about the noise in the background. But the Cardinals, after getting an A+, according to Pro Football Focus, they went out there and got drafted players, including Walter Nolan and Will Johnson, while also bringing back a few of their guys, including extending Trey McBride to a deal that he did deserve. But the question is, the Cardinals have only had 7 playoff victories in their century's history because they've been in a franchise for 100 years. But the question is, are the Cardinals a playoff contender? But I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Before we get started, though, if you do enjoy this video, do me a favor, smash the like button down below, subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the Cardinals. The Cardinals. I do believe there's a slim chance, but I don't think so. Because the Cardinals are the most beaten back franchise in the NFL. This is the same franchise that allowed a game-winning touchdown pass in the Super Bowl against San Antonio Holmes. I'm still bringing that up. But when we look at the Cardinals, they've not had that much playoff success. They've only had 7 playoff wins in their 100-year history. So let's calm down on them for a second. I get they're a new team. I get their team is different. But if let's just say the Rams or Seahawks win the division, how are they going to make the wild card? Because if I'm looking at the wild card race right now, I'm looking at the Commanders, I'm looking at the Packers, I'm looking at the Vikings, I'm looking at maybe the 49ers, maybe that's an iffy one. And then maybe also along with the Falcons, maybe Carolina, I'm not sure about them. But the Cardinals, I do like the team that they got around them. The defense is going to be a whole lot better next year unless they play Seattle because they've lost 7 straight against the Hawks in recent years. Could be a different story this year, but whenever it comes to facing the Arizona Cardinals, the Seahawks appear to always have their number. They were in close matchups last year, except for the one on the road in Arizona. They do have an early Thursday night matchup in week 4. That one's going to be a good game. And I heard what Will Johnson said. I heard what he said. I went over that. I said, keep that same energy going into week 4. Keep that same energy. We'll see how well that works for you there. But Walter Nolan, I like the addition of him. You already got Buda Baker there, who did get an extension before the season ended. But the thing is, I just am not the guy that trusts Kyler Murray. I just don't. Kyler Murray is one of the most highly overrated quarterbacks in the league. One of the, not the most overrated, but one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the league. Kyler Murray goes into games. He always finds a way to screw it up for his team. He threw the ball on 1st and goal at the 5-yard line against the Rams. And every single team knows in that situation, everyone that has a magnifying glass that can see can clearly know how to run the football. You run it. And if they would have ran the ball, they probably win that game. So the Cardinals made a big mistake, or more, Kyler Murray made a mistake. And the interception was indeed questionable because it appeared the ball might have hit the ground. But it was still the interception. So I'm looking at Kyler Murray. Are we sure that they can beat top teams? Because when they went against Buffalo last year, they did give them a run for their money. I'll give them that, but lost. They went against the Detroit Lions last year, lost to them by 7. They went against the Rams, beat them the first time before they lost the second time. They swept the Niners, and then they got swept by Seattle. When I look at the Cardinals, I'm not taking any shot at their team. I do trust the pieces that they have. But when you face those good teams, are you going to be the team that shows up and proves you're a playoff contender, or are you going to be the team that lays an egg? Which of those two teams are you going to be? We don't know yet, because we know this for certain. They got to face the Texans, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Jags, lots of different teams. So, in my assumption, Cardinals are not a playoff contender at the moment. Now that could change, but right now they're not a playoff contender. I know in the comments you guys think. Do you guys think the Cardinals are a playoff contender? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a favor. Smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.